Takes me back to my groovy days in radio.
It was such peaceful music. I felt
It's
like
so
it was
sweet.
time to take a nap.
Hey, welcome back. It's great to have you with us today. I'm the Trigger Rich Bontrager. Yes, former radio guy, TV guy, but the most important person in the room right now is Sandra D. Robinson, always a charisma coach. Boy, we do a lot of stuff together. People are now asking, did you guys work in the same city? You guys hang out all the time? I said, no, we're still miles apart,
We
but we
feel
work
like
together.
we hang out all the time. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's funny. My first job ever was in radio. Did you know that?
I think you may have mentioned that. Yeah.
I
Do
was
you remember the call letters?
I did. I actually said the call letters wrong once on air. I was not good at radio. There's a reason that I decided to become an actress. It was much better for me to be over there. But I do respect the fact that I did learn a lot. I mean, I felt like it was a great introduction to finding a voice and learning a
Mhm.
little bit about presentation. Unfortunately, it was at the cost of my poor producer that had me there as the news girl. But it was fun. I really did enjoy it, and it kind of did push me into the confidence level, if you want to call it that, to
Yep.
be able to
Mhm.
say, yes, I'm going to go do this audition and try this stuff in front of the camera. So that was how that all worked out. But, it's interesting because I get asked, being the charisma coach, as
Yep.
people refer to me, the media gave me that name. I laughed at first, but it is kind of what I do. And it's a bit of what you do too when you work with
Yep.
people. And so we get asked, are charismatic people more successful? The answer is yes.
I'm
Because
sorry it is. It is. Yes, I'm sorry.
I know, and it's not just because that's what I sell, right? I tell people this is what I can bring out in you because I believe everybody has it, their own brand of it, just like everybody has their own brand of leadership. So it's very unique to each individual. That's why I love what I do. It's never boring, and I love to see people reach that next level simply by owning who they are and working on camera and finding that, and I'll use the word freedom.
Mhm.
Once you become comfortable and confident, it opens up so many other aspects of communication for you. If you have a fear or discomfort of being on camera and looking into a camera lens and being yourself, think about what it'd be like to be 100% comfortable with that. Every conversation you have in real life, every interview, everything that you ever do that is in a spotlight is going to seem that much easier because you've conquered this. It's now and we want to get you to the point where you're conscious, competent, unconscious, competent. I get it wrong every time. I think I was dyslexic.
And it's her own catchphrase. But
It
let
is,
me make the
but
distinction here.
unconscious competent is when it just becomes so easy for you, and that's where the
Yeah.
freedom comes. But you can't get there until you get started and dedicate yourself to being really comfortable. And what makes somebody comfortable on camera? Rich.
Well, first of all, I want to clarify something.
Yeah.
Charisma does not mean that you're an extrovert.
Oh
Many
no.
people think instantaneously means I got to be an extrovert. No.
No.
Those are two different things. I just want to clarify that because some people will now turn us off thinking, oh, I'm an introvert. I can't do this. No. That's not it. We will
Mm-mm.
help you with the charisma. It does not matter about the extrovert introvert part at all. However, I do want to mention that this is now changing the landscape of business, branding, authority, sales,
Yes.
marketing. Did you know that 82% of buyers, consumers now, are more likely to trust a company whose leader is visible and authentic on video? 82% of buyers are more likely to click yes and do it.
Yes. We're very conscious when I believe, I have to believe that we're very conscious when we are purchasing something. If we have a choice of a brand that is authentic and out there, and you have representative of it, the CEO, even the spokesperson that has that really authentic approach, and they seem like you're sitting down and talking with them in their living room, that is by far going to be much more of an attractor factor than somebody
Yes.
who is just putting up memes and ads and things like that. It's just not personal enough. We need to have that interaction, and interaction by being face to face sometimes just means like this, exactly what we're doing today.
Well, it's more polished as we work and coach with you. You
Yes.
become more passionate. You can share your stories. You become more present on camera. You've heard us talk about that many times, but you're
Yeah.
building trust with the camera lens. And the know, like, and trust factor is off the charts right now. So if you're struggling with this whole video, getting on camera, getting on microphone, you are leaving money and clients on the table by not jumping on camera with us. And that's what we want to help you do.
I want to share a quick story too. Yesterday, because I was traveling back from speaking and I spent all this time in the airport, and there was a gentleman that I had signed up to have a call with me. It ended up not happening, which is a good thing, because as I was waiting for him to show up, I'm perusing through all of his marketing.
Yeah.
He seems like a really cool guy. Like I read his stuff, like really looking forward to meeting him.
Mhm.
I am not looking forward to meeting him in the slightest bit, because his ads for all of his stuff that he wants people to spend high dollar on are bad AI. And I can tell, because the body language of the AI individual is so annoying and repetitive, and it's not congruent with what she's saying. And I'm looking, I go, why does this bother me so much? And I realized her mouth isn't moving. I mean, 58% of what we decipher in another person as messaging
Yes.
is body language. So
Yep.
please don't think, oh, I'll just have AI take care of this. I'll put an AI spokesperson up, because I'm sure that's what he did. The guy I was going to talk to is a CEO. I'd rather see the CEO.
Yeah,
He's the one that's
exactly.
posting this AI individual that said all the right things. But the timing of her voice, like the rhythm of her voice, was very synchronous. It's all the same. We don't talk like that.
No.
Human beings don't talk like that. We need to have the real authentic you. And if it's just you holding you back, well, for heaven's sakes, there's no excuses. Take our class. How do you like that?
Well, and again,
Stop
I'm
it.
I'm
Just
I'm I'm
stop it. Take our
coaching
class.
high level people right now. I'm talking about because they're in love with AI. I'm like, you are the brand, you're the voice. Your
Yes.
tone of your voice matters. Your
Yep.
smile matters. AI cannot duplicate that no matter what you do with it. It can't. 7% of the actual spoken words, people care about your words, but that communication level is so be you. Figure out what's you. Let us help you find out what's you, and you become more alive. Now, interesting enough, this is all a learned skill. It's all coachable. Let me throw some names at you. Oprah Winfrey, Richard Branson, two of the biggest names in TV, marketing, business world. They've done it all. Openly admit and praise their coaches that have helped them become who they are known as now.
Yep.
Let me say that again. They praise the coaches that have helped them become who they are now. They were not what you see now years ago, but the coaching made the difference. And who doesn't love Oprah? Who doesn't love Richard Branson?
They're great characters. And here's the thing, that was always there. So when you talked about introvert, extrovert, I'm an introvert. All that means is
Mm-hmm.
introverts get energized when we're alone. We get a little bit depleted when we're with other people. That's the only difference. Extroverts get energized when they're with people. And it's the opposite as far as the energy bucket being filled. It has nothing to do with the level of charisma or confidence that you can have whenever you're presenting on camera, on stage, or anywhere. So the thing that I wanted to point out too is other industries. Like we just mentioned two people that are very obviously interviewed all the time or interviewing all the
Yeah.
time. But there are other industries too. Like I worked a lot and have spoken for a lot of luxury real estate conventions.
Yes.
So my friend, and I actually wrote a bit in his book, my friend Tony Giordano actually specializes in helping people in the real estate industry to do the digital marketing. He
Yeah.
became as well known as he is and built all his coaching and all of his programs because he put himself on video and spent the time to get good at it. And it has paid off. Not only is he running his own media empire, but he's still got the
Mhm.
luxury real estate thing going, and he's training real estate agents, and he has such an ability to be comfortable in his own skin, and that had to come from practice. People, that doesn't just happen. That wonderful thing that is inside of you, introvert, extrovert, is just the same thing that is inside Oprah Winfrey, the same thing that's inside Tony Giordano, the same thing that is
Mhm.
inside all the folks that you look at and go, wow, they're so comfortable. That's in you too. We just get to take the layers off. And sometimes it's layers that you have put on yourself to say, I can't do this. We remove that word. I don't like that word. I don't like the word can't. So you
Well,
can.
by the way, I'm a guy that stutters for a living. Okay. Let's not forget,
I love that.
there's many people that have overcome and learned because the coaching makes a difference. By the way,
Yes.
QR code is up. The master's class is coming up on May 28th, 1 p.m. Eastern time. We would love to have you join us. Also, the chat box is open. Drop in a question,
Yeah.
a phrase, whatever you want to share with us. But the people are asking me more and more, hey, Rich, does it really pay off to do a streaming TV show? Does it really pay off to have an audio podcast? Does it really pay off to get and secure new clients, new customers? Okay, companies who use video, just video alone, companies who use video they grow by 40%, 40, well, hang on, almost 50% faster than they did before.
Faster. That's the
Faster,
thing.
just by simply using video.
Yeah. Well, think about it yourself. If you're scrolling through social media and you see the memes and you see the images, and honestly, it takes a lot to get people's attention, right? It is an attention economy right now more than anything else.
Yes.
So, what gets people's attention? How do you get the best bang for your buck? It's video. And when it's done well and you are authentic and approachable and real, that's a thumb stopper. That's what you want. It's not rocket science. It's just you getting comfortable in your own skin. These are skills that are going to carry you through the rest of your life. We hope to coach you as long as possible, but honestly, once you have the skills, you're going to be off and running. So we got to work on the next business venture here, Rich. But
Yeah.
we'd love to see you in the class. The class is for, as we mentioned, it's for real estate agent. It's for people that are in direct marketing. It's for entrepreneurs, mom and pop business owners, because what is better to let people know who you are than actually getting on camera and talking about what it is that you do, what makes you different. It's so very important. And honestly, it can be fun. Believe me, I was terrified to speak as me. If I can do this and actually enjoy it, I just traveled halfway across the country to go speak yesterday. And I love being in front of people and speaking. That was not me 15 years ago. So trust me.
Well, again, here's another example. You hear of the company Spanx?
Yeah.
Sandra Spanx,
Yes.
Sarah Blakely.
Yeah.
She was terrified of public speaking. Terrified, like you were once. You could be an actress. You could be a character, but being a public speaker is being you.
Totally different
She
thing.
invested heavily, big money coaching to get early learning how this craft, the talent work. She's now a globally sought after speaker, but she admits, I'm a self-made billionaire. But she admits the coaching may be capable of becoming a self-made billionaire. If it wasn't for the coaching, she never would have elevated herself and her brand the way she has now.
So true.
We're leaving money and opportunity on the table.
Yeah.
And I hear from people all the same. It's like, I just don't want to buy the camera, the lights, the microphone. I don't want to feel like I'm trying to be a rock star because I'm not. It's not about all that stuff.
Then that's not who you are.
It's about you being authentic on camera. That's what it's really about.
Exactly. Exactly. Like some people do like to go and get all the lights and all the fancy stuff. Tony is great with that. He gets all the best stuff, but he also, do you know what got him started? Was walking through houses and talking about them on camera. That got him a TV show. That's when he started going, oh, I can have some of these lights around me. But what got him started was literally him talking into the piece of equipment that he had that we all carry. Right. And literally walking through the house and talking about the area and the house and saying what was great about it. And when the opportunity came to host a show on real estate, guess who got it?
Well, business leaders are doing, real estate people are doing it, coaches are doing, everyone's learning how to grow their brand through the media lens. Remember, we used to spend big money to call the advertising agency or call the TV station and say, can you come shoot a little commercial? And they'd say, yes, we can. And here's the check.
Yes.
That we have to shell out for that. It's literally, like Sandra said, it's in your pocket. Yeah. The difference is learning the skills to make it better, sharper, what are those key phrases, what are those quick cuts. Those are some of the things that we can help you with, but you're going to learn to rock the camera, the microphone, your story better. And again, I'm going to bring back up the masterclass because the next masterclass session is just around the corner, Sandra. We got to be ready for this.
I know it's coming up next week. So we're super excited about that. You may wonder, what is the class all about? The class, really quickly, is us starting off. You may see that there's a topic when you go to register. There's a topic there listed. It's not the only thing we discuss. The topic is just something that we lead into the class with. It's something that Rich and I talk about, and we say, okay, this is something that a lot of people are asking us. Let's address this. And we're going to move forward with that. I think this month it's how to stay on topic. Am I right?
How to stay on topic, because we've all done podcasting, video interviews, and we feel like, did I make sense at the end of that?
Did I say everything that I was supposed to say? Or what? Or people won't go on an interview because they think, what if I forget? Or you're doing your own video and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to. I can't get through the whole thing. We show you ways that you can get through the whole thing if you are doing your own video. If you're doing an interview, we'll give you some points on how to stay on topic for that. And everybody's brain is different. So I can
Yes.
work with people that have all different focus, attention situations going on. You know what I mean? And we can find a way to actually help you stay on point and stay on track. But that's not the only thing we're going to discuss, because we also
No.
have a hot seat, and that person's going to come and we're just going to organically coach them in the moment, partly so you can see what that coaching really looks like and you'll learn from them. And then we're going to hop into a Q&A, which is when you, as the student in the class, get to ask us anything that you want. You want to share a video with us. If you want to ask us anything about messaging, presentation, putting something together for getting ready for an interview, all of those things are situations on camera that we are here in this class to help you with. So come, bring anything that you have, and it's a very safe space. This is all about positive reinforcement. This is not critiquing you, telling you the things that you are doing wrong. This is actually building you up from where you are right now. And kind of like we said, that wonderful Oprah Winfrey thing, whatever is your deal and your brand, is inside of you right now. Our job is just to take off some of the stuff so that you can actually shine.
And we're also going to have a special guest, Carrie Liebelt from Minneapolis, Minnesota,
Yes.
longtime broadcast professional interview, very distinguished career. He's going to give you a little insight to some tips on how to stay on topic himself. We have a much longer interview, so long-term, if you hang out with us, you'll get the long-term content that's locked up in the vault right now, but we're going to expand it and expand it. But you do get to hear from Carrie and what he has to offer as well. So there's a lot of great stuff packed into 1 hour a time.
And if you want to be in the hot seat, don't be afraid. It's not painful.
Nope.
It's actually the best place that you can be. But if you do want to be in the hot seat, when you register, you'll get the opportunity to apply for it. And so do that. And we're going to choose that person actually probably just a day or two before the class. And we'll give a call and say, okay, you're going to be in the hot seat. And that's when, if you have any video or anything that you want to share with us, you can get that to us. But the application process is right in the registration process for the class. So,
hey, we got someone who thinks it's the best. Hey, that's what we love to hear.
Miss Lisa Marie. She's in broadcasting too, radio, many years of radio. So yeah.
She knows the value of all that's we're talking about. So please come and join us. Register. That's the QR code. The link will drive you directly there. You can also go to Sandra's website and find it there very easily. And what are the topics that are interesting you? What are the things that you want to know about more and more? We do want to hear from that. We do want to know where to go, the direction that best help you, because this is ever changing. Streaming TV is taking over right now. Audio podcasting has been the thing. We're eventually going to get into the streaming TV and help you figure some of that out, because that's a great way to market, merchandise, get clients. But we're just going to start this coming week on May 28th, where we want you to talk about how to stay on topic, Sandra.
Exactly. And it doesn't matter whether you are experienced in being on camera and presenting, or you just like are thinking about putting your toe in the water. We want you to come. We'll meet you wherever you are. You will feel great, and you will actually be empowered by the end of just one class. I promise you that. Yes, we are planning on doing these every month. But if you come to this class, you will be able to build upon this as you go along with the next month and the next month. But all you need to do is sign up for next week, starting now. And it's only, shall we say this, it's almost painful to say, it's only $49. But the reason it isn't painful, the reason it isn't painful is it is part of our goal to be able to reach as many people as possible. We are limiting the class though. So if it fills up, it is full. But we do want you to come and realize that you are worth it. And the class is way worth more than $49. If you know how much it costs to work with us, it's definitely a good deal. But we do want to help as many people as we can get over that initial that thing that's holding you back, that thing that's in your own mind that says, maybe I can't do this. We want you to see, yes, you can. And it's easier than you think.
And Stacy, thank you very much. We love hearing that people are excited about it. You want to be a part of it. So please, thank you for adding that to your mail list and putting that out there as well.
And if you've already signed up for the class, please, invite some friends, spread the word for it. And if you let us know that you do that, we will reward you. So that's all I'm saying. But that
actually,
would be really
I also was going to mention one final thing. These are great for call center teams or sales teams.
Oh, yes.
This is great to bring your teams, because as you see Sandra and I play off each other,
more
and more often our sales teams are playing off of each other. The teams are trying to figure out how to talk, communicate, share to elevate everybody. This is a great way to build a team, not just you personally, because there is something about the conversational style that you see us playing with. Highly unscripted, but we're getting the message out in different ways because of two different personalities make it
Yeah.
stronger for one message, come and learn that with us.
That is actually a really awesome point that I hadn't thought of, because I get called in, and maybe you do too, Rich, but I get called in to help people when they are starting their podcast and they haven't been on camera. They don't know any of those skills. And
Yeah.
so I get called into usually by the producer or the studio owner that is producing for them. They're going, they don't know what they're doing. So I come in and I do a crash course actually with them as they're starting to host their show. And if I have a co-hosting situation, more than one host, they have to know how to play off of each other.
Yes.
Much the same, even if you have a sales call, or we were talking about having an enrollment call with a nonprofit here, getting somebody that was going to be a significant part of a fundraising campaign, and getting this person on a call. I said, make sure that there are 2 or 3 representatives on the call, each with a different personality, each approaching the individual in a different way, because that's a better chance of this person finding at least one person that they feel super comfortable with, and then watching that dynamic play off. And so working together and balancing out, much like co-hosts do, is super important. You can't just show up with your best friend and think you can host a show. You have to take a little bit different stance on things. Otherwise, it's not as interesting to your audience. So there's a dynamic there that is really fun for us to bring out. So if you are doing something like that, we are hosting something with another individual, let us take you to the next level on that. That's fun. That's fun.
Stacey's giving a shout out on your skill level working in that area. I'm working with a brand new partnership, and we have to learn that dance. We have to learn how to be on camera and do it. And they're not used to it. You and I, people compliment us all the time that we just seem to blend together. 2 voices, one thing. And it's amazing that we've been doing this now for 5 years in some fashion together.
Yeah, that's where you make the big bucks, right?
So please hit the QR code, come and join us. It's a small, intimate group, and that's very intentional. We want to work with you personally, help you solve the pain points, and we want you to grow and shine brighter and brighter. This time it is going to be staying on point, and we'll also take your questions, and we're going to have a great time with a surprise hot seat guest. They'll be pre-planned, pre-prep, but you'll be surprised by what you're going to learn through them. So that's Sandra D. Robinson. I'm the Trigger Rich Bontrager. We'll see you on May 28th, 1 p.m. Eastern time for our next exciting class for Ready, Set, Smile, the master class.